Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Spoop, the finale of my special holiday extravaganza. Today, as you can see, we are talking about Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 5 to cap off the Silent Night, Deadly Night series that I have been doing. Per usual, and Let's Talk Spoop, we break things down into, and I forgot to put my phone on silent. We break things down into 6 separate categories. Those 6 separate categories are story, acting, music, atmosphere, look, and finally creep. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker. So, this movie opens up with, I guess, a doorbell ringing that I didn't hear, but the little kid who's the main character, or a main character, Derek, did hear. So he goes to check on his mom, and his mom is busy banging his dad. So he opens the door, and there is a present on the doorstep that says to him, and very clearly says, "Don't open till Christmas." So, of course, he opens it. Whilst he is opening it, his half-naked father shows up, yells at him, and kicks him out, and then proceeds to open the box while he watches from the stairs. Whilst he is opening the box, out comes what looks like a Pokeball, but it's actually a Santa Claus that then proceeds to Final Destination style murder the dad. And that's your opening. So this kid keeps getting these mysterious toys that are trying to kill him. At the same time, we have some mysterious stranger who is investigating and watching this kid, and he is trying to accidentally run into him, I guess. While at the same time, this kid has stopped speaking because he just watched his father die a horrible death. And he refuses to go back into his bedroom because in his bedroom, his mother has taken the toy that just murdered his father and just placed it up on a shelf like it's nothing. Like, this thing didn't just murder your dad or anything. It's fine. So he doesn't want to go back in there. So she's trying to break him out of his. I want to use the word psychosis, but I feel like that's the wrong word. But we're going to go with it. Psychosis. So she takes him to the toy store to get him a new toy. And the toy store is ran by a guy named Joe Petto, who has a son named Pino. Joe Petto, Pino. And the guy owns the toy store and makes toys. Very subtle naming. If you can't guess, Joe Petto, Pino, Pinocchio. Hey, anyway, whilst there, this mysterious stranger shows up and starts picking up toys, and then some more people die from toy-related incidents, and that's really about it. There's a twist at the end that was really weird, and I didn't really see it coming. Well, I kind of saw it coming. It was just a weird twist at the end. I saw what was going to happen. The explanation for why what was happening was weird. Also, this movie may or may not be a direct sequel to number 4. It is unclear to me. Because Kim and Lonnie, who Kim was the main character, Lonnie was her boyfriend's little brother, reappear in this movie as the same characters, Kim and Lonnie. And then Ricky, who is the crazy dude from 4, also reappears in this movie, but as a normal dude playing Santa Claus, not as the crazy dude who died in number 4. So that's weird. And he had the same name. He was also named Ricky. And then additionally, on top of all of that, Derek is watching TV, and a scene from Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 comes on the TV. We don't see it, but we hear it. And the scene from Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 is the same scene that tells you that Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 is not part of the original trilogy. because it's the scene where Ricky is watching TV and he says, haha, killer Santa Claus, and that's a scene from 3. So I don't know if this is a sequel or not. I don't know if it's a different universe or what. Doesn't make any sense. So story, because there's some weird things in it, I gave it a 3 out of 5, which was the highest score that this movie got. I actually really enjoyed this movie, but it got a very low score. One of the things I did really like about this movie is this one, as opposed to 2, 3, and 4, very, very, very clearly takes place around Christmas. There's Christmas decorations, there's Christmas trees, they talk about Christmas. The toy says, do not open until Christmas. It's all Christmassy. Whereas the other movies, besides the first one, the only way you know it's Christmas is because somebody says it. This one, very clearly Christmas. I appreciated that, but still 3 out of 5. Acting, I gave it a 2 because Derek just pulls a Kristen Stewart for the vast majority of this movie, where every scene he's just standing there like this. Which I get it, he's mute because he just watched his father die, but they could have gone about it a little bit better. Other than that, the acting in this movie is fairly average, but because of that, I'm knocked it down to a 2. Music, nothing special. It is Christmassy, but there was nothing that was like creepy Christmas, which is what I want in my horror movies that take place during Christmas. So 2.5. Atmosphere, average. I didn't lose it didn't lose my attention, but it didn't really hold me super well. I think I played with my phone a little bit during it. So 2.5 for atmosphere. Look, pretty standard. It was I mean, given the time the movie came out, like you can't expect great special effects, so it wasn't like horrible special effects, and the larva coming through the dude's mouth and out his eye was kind of weird. I don't know. So I gave it a 2.5 once again for look. And then finally, Creep. This movie's not scary. It was not scary to me. Most of the time, I was just like, why is somebody targeting this child? So 1 out of 5 for Creep, which, if it wasn't for the creep factor, this would have had a much higher average. It would have been about a 2.5. Totally watchable film, but instead ends up with a 2.2 because it's not scary. If there had been some scariness to it, it would have helped a lot. But it's not bad. I would definitely watch this over Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 any day. This movie is not garbage, so you can totally watch it. I would recommend it, even though it gets a little bit lower than like my normal recommendation score of 2.5. Anyway, that's it for Silent Night, Deadly Night. I've now covered the entire series with the exception of the remake that I didn't know existed, but I now know exists and maybe I'll watch one day. Who knows? It might be a surprise. Or it might never happen because I get busy and I forget about things and I still have like a request from 2 years ago that I still haven't done. And I'm a horrible person. Anyway, happy holidays. Meowy Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Or whatever it is that you celebrate. Happy Void Day if you're atheist. I don't know what you do. But happy holidays. And if you have anything to say, put it in the comments. I would love to read your comments. I love engaging with people. Most of it is just me engaging with Brian. But I would love for some of you to please engage with me in the comments. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're within 40, so it's possible. If you want to make a Christmas miracle, you should subscribe. Okay, thanks, bye.